That's great. We've got 15 people arriving in here now. Sorry to sound so bossy when I send out the last email, but you need to be here to find out how to get there. It's just a gold thing that I do. It's a definite gold thing. Stephanie knows me. Abid survives me. Okay, so it looks to be about 2 minutes past. So what I will do now, I'll present something. I'm going to present, I think I'll present this one. If I do this one and that one, I should be here. All right, so I'll move it up to here. So I will present this. So we should be right. And I'll get the right document over there. I've got everything happening here. It's not pretty. Okay. All right, Stephanie, if you want to, oh, yeah, that slide will do. If you want to record now, we need to record this to for our resources. So Stephanie's going to record this now. Tell me when it's on record because I can't see that screen.
You've been live, so you're already going.
Oh, lovely. I'll have to trim that off. Well, welcome everyone to this open chat with trainers. I'm Leslie Altman. I'm from Australia Down Under, and a very warm welcome to you all and to our wonderful trainers. But as an Australian, I do need to just stop a moment, and I want to start with this acknowledgement of country. And it's a way that all Australians can show that respect for the culture and heritage and ongoing relationship we have with the First Nation people. So I acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the land that they have loved and cared for thousands of years. Finally, I acknowledge the elders past and present who were the storytellers, and they continue to be the storytellers of this country and its people. So welcome everyone, and meet our trainers. We have Becky from the US and Stephanie Howe from US. We have Abid from Midnight UK and myself from Australia Down Under. And you're going to meet these wonderful people very shortly in their own training rooms. So what I'm going to do now is just focus on like, what are we here for? So basically we've got two goals. Initially, we're here, we decided to be here to support educators who are applying for the trainer program. But when we did our launch in December for this series, there were a few questions. Well, that's wonderful, but I'm a very new trainer. And is there a mentoring program? And we had Mei Zhu on for, a little while to help kickstart our launch. And we also had Chris Betcher, and Chris Betcher is here as well, and I'm going to introduce him in a moment when I turn this slide off. But we all decided that, I don't think we have a mentoring program. So that's why the extra fourth room is here for new trainers who are seeking best practice. So what I'd like to do now is I've got too many things open there. Chris, welcome. We've got Google in the house here. Google is the program manager for G Suite adoption in Australia and New Zealand. So welcome, Chris.
Hi, Leslie. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. It's good to drop in this morning.
So I'm just going to go back to presenting this because I know what I'm doing. And actually, when Chris ran the very first trainer workshop in the world, in 2019, I was about to submit my application, and I thought, I'll go to this, just polish it off a little bit. And I realized that I was lacking in a few areas. So this is, that was a really great experience for me. I needed that time with other people working out their best application, best foot forward. This is what it's going to look like in the next, say, 40 minutes. We're here in the meeting room, and I'm going to, in a moment, I'm going to drop the presentation slide in there to help you navigate to your choice of rooms. Then we've got a video creation room. I'm going to talk about best practice about putting your video together, the event selection room, the case study room, and if you're a new trainer, we can have a chat about trainings and how to get started there. What I'm going to ask you to do is, while you're in these rooms, and even now at this point, do a bit of a walkabout. Remember the days when you visited schools and you were looking into classrooms on your way to the conference room, and you were looking at how teachers had organised their room, they were organising students. It's a bit of a walkabout. You're taking in more than just the content you wanted to learn on that day. So we've got trainers here. We've organised this day for you. We're going to share resources either in, Wakelet or Google Slides. Look at the way the trainers are presenting, how they're engaging. So this is another level of, learning as well. So do take that opportunity to see these amazing trainers in action. So what I'm going to do now is go back here and find the presentation link, because I'm doing 3 things at once here. There it is there, and I'm going to put it in the chat. I'm only going to take up about 10 minutes here, so I don't want to there it is.
My goodness, Leslie, I can't believe how many things you're juggling right now.
If the phone rings, I'm going to throw it out the window, tell you. So I'm going to open this up. Now, I'm going to present here. You're going to get presentation mode. This will help you navigate to a room. So what I suggest is that you open the elevator doors. If you want to go to the video creation room or the event selection room, case study or new trainer, you choose that room, and this is where you want to be, I'm sure. Yes, this is it. And then this link will take you to that meet, and you will meet your trainer there. If you get lost, come back here. I'm sure I can help you. So that was to help you get underway. I'll just go to the next. Then in the last few minutes, what I want to do is call you all back. So you're only going to spend about 30-35 minutes with your trainer, and come back and just celebrate the new learnings. And maybe we can make another session. We need feedback as well, because we're trainers as well. So what I'm going to ask you to do now is, I'll go back, I'll stop sharing. And what I'd like you to do now is get that link, open it up in a new tab, and you're going to choose a room. And we're going to video these sessions, and you're going to meet me in the new trainer room, if I can remember how to get there. I think I'm right.
I love this elevator metaphor you've got going on here.
Oh, we worked on that for a while, Nell and I. I learned a lot.
It's amazing. I got my Google Meets waiting. I have my breakout room waiting.
Okay, that's probably me.
Yeah.
I was thinking, Leslie, that you're going to have that nice ding sound that you had before in your elevator.
Ready, set, go.
Oh.
I'll see you back here in about 30-35 minutes. I'll work out how to get into my room.
We can go to any room we want, right?
What's that?
We can go to any room.
For us, so we can keep improving our practice. Have a think about what resources that you go away with. You're going to have the videos that are going to be posted on the website. I'll find the website here. GlobalGEG has the links to all of the, sorry, I'm doing about 10 things here. Links. Open, there's the trainer chat website there, which is linked to the GlobalGEG. You'll find resources there. Also look for our website, globalgeg.org. So how did everyone find those sessions? What were you talking about?
My session was clearly great, because Chris wanted to come to mine, but I said that, Leslie's going to tell me off if you don't go to hers. But he clearly didn't want to do your session, Leslie.
Yeah, I nabbed him.
I didn't know where I was supposed to go, but thank you.
Thanks so much, Chris. So I think the others might be coming back. Stephanie's group hasn't come back yet. It doesn't seem to be.
We're back.
Are you back? You back?
Mhm.
Okay. So I think unless there are some other questions, unless people want to drop a question into the chat, you've got everyone here and all the trainers here from all the rooms. So if there is there are more questions, or just pop a word in there, a word or a phrase. How did you find that session? Will we do more? We're going to look at the feedback and see whether this is something that we can offer again, especially in the UK time zone, because it's nearly midnight for Abbott. It's informative. Thanks, Kelly.
Leslie, this might be a good time for me to just announce too that we've just here at Google, we've been just given some funding to run the trainer workshops again globally.
Oh, good.
And so we're a bit excited about that. And also exciting is the fact that we've got a large chunk of that funding now to be international. So we got some for the US, of course, but a whole lot of funding now outside the US. So we're running trainings throughout Asia Pacific, throughout Europe and the Middle East, and also in Latin America as well. And so, yeah, you can expect, if you know people who also want to be trainers, because I understand a lot of you guys are already well down that path, but if you know other people who are interested in becoming trainers, get them to keep their eye out for that. We'll be announcing those very shortly.
Yeah, so helpful. That's, like it really helped me. In 2019, I was about to submit my training application when I saw an advertisement. Chris Betcher was running a workshop in Google headquarters for people who wanted to become trainers. And then I found out it was the first one in the world.
And that was my first week at Google. I was like, oh.
It was too. Yeah, that's right. May the 4th be with you. And it was so good. It was very informative. And I think I went home back to my apartment, like I was in a hotel room, because I was in Sydney. I don't live there. And so I spent the next 4 hours of just fixing up my submission to bring it up to a standard that I realised I needed to be. And that's when I realised that if I could do something informal like this, and these wonderful people, Stephanie and Abbott and Becky have formalised it and made it into a really professional opportunity for people to come and ask questions.
Yeah. Hey, can I just also, while I'm here, just introduce Mary as well, because she's new to the Google team, but not new to the Google world. Mary up there on the top corner of my screen is based in Manila in the Philippines, and has been a Google trainer for about 10 years and ran a company that did Google training for many years as well, but was just recently, like last month or so, was officially brought onto the Google team as the education lead for the Philippines. So I just wanted to introduce her.
Congratulations. Well done, Mary.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Chris.
Okay, so well, thanks so much, Mary and Chris, for coming along to our session, and thank you, Becky and Stephanie and Abed, for leading those rooms. And so I think we will close this and let people either start having breakfast or go to bed or get on with their day's work. Thank you, everyone, so much. Thank you for coming, making this a very special session.
And thanks to everyone who's going through the program and becoming a trainer as well. You have no idea how many doorways will open for you.
Absolutely. Okay then. Bye.
Thanks, Leslie.
Leslie? Okay, Chris?
Yes.
My group had a question. Does student trainings count, like you train your students on Google products when you are a trainer or during case studies?
So is the question, sorry, what's the actual question?
Can you train your students? So say you're a teacher and you train your students on how to use Google Classroom. Does that count as a training?
Oh, does it count as a training? I would usually say no, but I guess it depends on the context of it. So, for example, if you're just going into the classroom and teaching the group of kids you always teach, and you happen to say, hey, kids, look, this is how you use Google Docs, that's not really a training. But if your school was to run a program to say, you know, upskill all students in the use of some Google tool, and you ran it as a specific program to upskill students, then yeah, I'd probably say yes.
Okay. Yeah, that came up today, so I wasn't sure how to answer that.
Yeah. I think it comes down to context in that case. Like, is it specifically done as a training, or is it just something you would do as part of your job anyway?
Okay. Perfect.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because a lot of times with my students, besides having them simply use Google Docs, I'll have them go further by using a tool, understanding the equation tool on a Google Docs. I was like, we're going to use it this way because I'm going to have you prepared for high school and beyond.
Yeah.
Rather than just simply, open a Google Doc.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing today with a project.
Thank you. And I'm so glad to have been able to do that training. And I'm excited to do more. And it's funny because Louise and I are actually working together with Bonnie to do a training on May 4th. Yes. Yeah. And it's funny, it's a Tuesday, so for me, that'll have to be a nighttime presentation.
And you just became a GEG leader too, so congratulations.
Oh, yes. I saw that email. Like, yeah, so I was very excited.
That's great stuff.
That's awesome.
Thank you for the nomination.
For the rest of the day, I'm going to go and enjoy the beach. It's sunshine outside, so.